The playing card can be used for a lot more things than just playing cards, particularly constructions. I remember making card houses when I was young like that, with sloping roofs. My parents showed how to make it. And more recently, very recently, I've been making quite complicated pieces like this. But there's a very, very nice design which a friend of mine made for me, and I'd never seen it before, and it consisted of a plain cardboard box with a lid which opens, empty. And it's got sides, and it's got a base, and it's constructed out of 21 cards, would you believe? And only 2 lots of folding, and one of them is absolutely trivial. For instance, if I take off the hinge, one of the pieces which you make, and you've got to do 9 of these, is just that, a card folded in half. Couldn't be easier. Anyone can fold a card in half, and that's what the kids were required to do. And you want 9 like that. The second one is a bit more complicated. All these side panels are actually made by a piece of card that's like this. It's been folded at the edge like that. That's a little bit tricky, and you've got to do 12 of those, each of the sides. And here's one I'll dismantle to show how it comes apart. Oops. There it is, and there's a hatch. And you line them up by placing one over the other like that, facing into each other, the backs, and folding that down, and folding that down, and on the back, folding and folding. And that's the easy bit to do, because the hard bit, and you've got to do this 12 times, you actually insert those into those little slits there. So this is the last bit to do. That slit goes into there like that, and it's now held inside. And to the last little bit, I've got to do a bit of fiddling, because what I do is I tend to bend the card in a bit. I've got to get that slit into there, and this slit into here, if I can do that without everything busting apart. Oops, Josie. Oh, done it. And that's one of the six panels. You've got 5 more to do, a base, and you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and each of the sides is connected to the next one by one of these, but which doesn't bend. It's not a hinge. The top one is a hinge. There's a piece actually in between those cards, holding it together all the way around, and then on the base as well, like that. The last piece, of course, I say, is a hinge. So you insert it like that. Oops, insert like that into there. Oops, get that down there. And now we've got the box reformed again. Very nice. All I want to do is what I want to put in the box like that. It occurred to me, well, I could do that. I could put in one of these. Yes, I've done the whole thing with smaller cards, and I'm going to put it in there and think, now, hang on a sec. That's a little bit like Russian dolls, one inside the other, Matryoshka dolls. So can I go through my card collection and see if I can... Well, I found these cards somewhere in my card collection, which are smaller than these cards here, quite a bit smaller. Look, different size. So I can make a really tiny box to go in here, put that one into there. I then need to get a bigger size card, which I haven't got about that size. And lastly, I have got the biggest one of the lot, which I've had for a long time. I've never thought what to do with them. I've actually got playing cards that size. And if I start folding those, half of them folded in half and the others with just tabs, I can make a huge box, and that would make a set of 5 nestling playing card boxes. What a bit of fun. Something you should think about. Certainly start with the basic one, which is an ordinary standard size playing card, and it makes a very, very elegant little box.